following is a feature presentation of the Replay Sports Channel, home for the great games. Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Game of the Week, Major League Baseball 67 replay between the Detroit Tigers and the Chicago White Sox. We join you today. It's September 9th, 1967, from Commiskey Park. 77 degrees here today. Slight breeze coming in from left field. Small chance of rain. It's a critical weekend for both of these teams between Detroit Tigers and the Chicago White Sox. Heading into today's games, the Tigers trail the Red Sox by 2.5 games in the American League. The Chicago White Sox in third, 5.5 games behind Boston, which means they are 3 games behind Detroit. So a critical weekend series. Chicago won last night's game, so Detroit looking to even the score tonight. They will be presenting John Hiller on the mound, the 24-year-old left-hander, 3-3 with a 2.42 ERA. Will take the mound today against Gary Peters. Gary Peters, 15-11, 2.66 ERA. 30-year-old left-hander, has made 30 starts this season. And his fastball has been clocking around 90 miles per hour in warm-up. So he is prepared today. We'll take a look at that Chicago White Sox lineup as they take the field. The outfielders are Williams, Agee, and Colavito. Third base is Ken Boyer. Ron Hansen at shortstop. Buford will be at second base. Pete Ward will be at first. Catching today will be Josephson, and on the mound, Gary Peters. Detroit Tigers lineup. Stanley will lead off, the center fielder, followed by McAuliffe, second baseman. Al Kaline, the right fielder, will be batting third. Horton, the left fielder, batting cleanup at fourth. Freeman, the catcher, batting fifth. Eddie Matthews, a recent acquisition by the Tigers, batting sixth. He'll be playing first base. Don Wirt, third baseman, batting seventh. Euler, the shortstop, will be batting eighth, and Hiller, the pitcher, batting ninth. So he says a beautiful day, 77 degrees. Small chance of rain here today. And Mickey Stanley will be taking his spot in the batter's box as we begin game number 2 of this critical weekend series between the Tigers and the White Sox. Peters gets ready to deliver. And Stanley goes out looking at a 2-2 pitch. Not what he was looking for. Peters starts the game with a strikeout. Dick McAuliffe, second baseman, batting .261, has hit 23 home runs, 69 RBIs for the Tigers this season. He digs in the batter's box, bats left. One away here, top of the first inning. And Peters gets him below the belt there for strike 3. Peters off to a great start for the White Sox. Al Kaline, the right fielder, missed significant time in July with a broken hand. Bats right, hitting .321, 24 home runs, 87 RBIs. Looking at 2 outs. High fly ball, and the third baseman, Ken Boyer, has no problems making the catch. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom half of the first inning. Let's take a look at that Detroit lineup as they take the field. John Hiller doing some warm-up pitches there. Horton and Stanley and Kaline will be manning the outfield. Don Wirt will be at third base. Ray Euler at shortstop. Dick McAuliffe at second base. Eddie Matthews at first. Catching today will be Freehan, and on the mound, John Hiller, 24-year-old left-hander with a 3-3 record, 2.42 ERA. Take a look at that Chicago White Sox batting lineup. Walt Williams will get us started off. He's in left field. Buford, the switch hitter, second base, batting second. Tommy Agee, what a great night he had last night. More later, batting third. Ken Boyer, batting fourth. Ward, batting fifth. Rocky Calavito, batting sixth. Seventh will be the catcher, Josephson. Ron Hansen, batting eighth. And Gary Peters, batting ninth. So a 1-2-3 inning for Peters to start us off here in the top of the first. No score going into the bottom half of the first. Walt Williams, left fielder, batting .204, 3 home runs, 19 RBIs. This one's a grounder toward Hiller. No problem. Tosses it over to Matthews at first. 1 away. Again, if you're just joining us, critical series here in Chicago this weekend. Both teams chasing the Red Sox, who lead the American League 2.5 games over Detroit, who's in second. The White Sox 5.5 games, they're in third. Detroit and Boston will do battle again here very soon in another crucial series. We're in the month of September, so every series, if you're in the top 2 or 3 positions there and within striking distance, are crucial. Don Buford, second baseman, switch hitter. He'll be batting right against the lefty Hiller, hitting .234, 6 home runs, 32 RBIs. High fly ball toward left field. Horton parks underneath it, makes the catch, no problem. 2 away. Tommy Agee, the center fielder. Tommy Agee, great night for him last night as he was responsible for the 3-0 victory over the Tigers. Bottom of the third last night, Agee hit a 2-out double, which scored Buford and McCraw. Agee went 2 for 4, got 2 RBIs and a double that resulted in the 3-0 victory for the White Sox. Agee hitting .239 this season, 8 home runs, 56 RBIs. Grounder toward Euler, and Euler makes the throw to first in time, and we've completed 1 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Detroit nothing, Chicago nothing. We head to the top of the second, middle of the order for the Tigers. Horton, Freehan, and Matthews coming up. Elsewhere in action this Saturday afternoon, over in the National League, St. Louis paying a visit to the Pittsburgh Pirates. St. Louis in the driver's seat in first place. They have an 87-55 record. They lead the Phillies by 3.5 games. The Phillies taking on the Braves later tonight. Minnesota at Baltimore. Cincinnati and the Mets finishing out the string of games here in the doldrums of September. California at Washington. California 6.5 games behind Boston over in the nation's capital this afternoon. Houston will be at Los Angeles. Cubs, third place in the National League currently, 80-65 record, 8.5 games behind St. Louis, taking on San Francisco, who is in fourth place, 77-64 record, 9.5 games. So just a game separating the Cubs and the Giants there. Yankees are in Boston. And of course, both teams here at Commiskey Park very interested in the outcome of that game. They'll be playing tonight under the lights. And then you have Kansas City at Cleveland later tonight. All right, so Gary Peters, great first inning. Takes the mound again to start the top half of the second. He'll face Horton, Freehan, and Matthews. Willie Horton, left fielder, batting .274, 17 home runs, 77 RBIs. High fly ball toward left field. Williams back to the warning track, makes the catch. 1 away. The catcher, Bill Freehan, .266 hitter, 14 home runs, 47 RBIs this season. digs in, prepares for Peters' toss. Peters with his third strikeout. That's 2 down. Eddie Matthews. Matthews has struggled since coming over to Detroit a month ago, batting .177, 4 home runs, 12 RBIs. Was the lone bright spot for the Tigers last night, though. Went 2 for 4 in the shutout. Two outs, no score here in Chicago. This is going to go foul toward the right field seats. Colavito gives it chase, but it is out of play. Matthews awaits the pitch. And Matthews is struck out. So nothing across the top of the second. We're through 1.5. No score here from Commiskey Park. Detroit, nothing. Chicago, nothing. Middle of the order coming up for the White Sox. Chicago White Sox manager Eddie Stanky was interviewed heading into this critical weekend series for Chicago and talked about Chicago's chances. He said, quote, "If you want to believe in statistics, you will get the impression that the White Sox have no chance of winning the pennant. But the box score fails to show the guts and the determination that this ball club has," end quote. So as we talked about before, the White Sox are in the thick of a pennant scramble, along with the Red Sox, the Tigers, the Angels, and the Indians to a certain extent. Eddie Stanky would go on to say, "I am merely confident we are in the best shape we've been in all season with the additions of Ken Boyer and Rocky Colavito. These two players have given us extra power that we have hitherto lacked." The quotes of the White Sox manager, Eddie Stanky, heading into the weekend series with the Tigers. And so far, they won last night 3-0, and based on the performance so far, their pitcher, Gary Peters, looking good here. Ken Boyer, the aforementioned Ken Boyer, steps up to the plate, third baseman, batting .295, 3 home runs, 13 RBIs, will face John Hiller to start the bottom of the second inning. And Boyer is issued a walk. That was a little high over the shoulders, and Boyer on at first. Pete Ward, the first baseman, batting left, hitting .226, 18 home runs, 58 RBIs. Boyer on at first, no outs, bottom of the second. This one's a grounder toward McAuliffe. McAuliffe with a toss over to Euler. Euler back to Matthews. Double play. Tigers. 2 down. And the right fielder, Rocky Colavito, steps up to the plate. Colavito hitting .230, 1 home run, 13 RBIs. So one's going to drop in for a single in left field. First hit of the game by either team. Colavito safely on at first. Catcher Dwayne Josephson, batting right, hitting .248, 1 home run, 8 RBIs. Thank you for joining us today on the Replay Sports Channel. As we're broadcasting, it is Labor Day. Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate your comments and your viewing here of our Major League Baseball 67 replay. It is early September 1967, some 55 years ago almost. And we are in the thick of a pennant race here in the American League. Josephson digs in. High fly ball. It's going to drop into right center field. Stanley throws it back in. Colavito stops at third. So the Tigers, facing their first threat today, is the second hit allowed by Hiller. Shortstop Ron Hansen steps up, right-handed batter, .244 batting average, 12 home runs, 60 RBIs. White Sox with a chance to score. 2 outs. Colavito on at third, Josephson at first. And Hansen goes down swinging. 2 men left on base. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. We're through 2 and still no score between the Tigers and the White Sox. So tomorrow, Sunday, September the 10th, these 2 teams will play a doubleheader. Joe Sparmo will take the mound for the Tigers in Game 1 for the Tigers. He'll go against Joe Horlan. Game number 2 tomorrow, Denny McClain will take the mound for Detroit. He'll be facing Cisco Carlos in that matchup. Bottom of the order for the Tigers as we start at the top of the third. Wirt, Euler, and Hiller will be the batters. Gary Peters off to a fantastic start. 4 strikeouts already. Don Wirt, the third baseman, batting right. Hitting .260, 4 home runs, 36 RBIs. 77 degrees here in Chicago. Clear skies, but they do call for a small chance of rain. This one's a ground ball toward the third baseman, Ken Boyer. Boyer with the throw back toward. In time, 1 away. Ray Euler comes to the plate. Shortstop hitting .236, 2 home runs, 43 RBIs. And Peters rings up number 5. Euler cut and missed on that one. 2 away, and the pitcher, John Hiller, comes to the plate, facing 2 outs. Ground ball toward Buford. Buford with the toss over to Ward. 1, 2, 3 go the Tigers in the top of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors. No score between the Tigers and the White Sox. Peters will lead off for the White Sox, and then we'll go to the top of the order, Williams and Buford. Detroit had a great start to the week, taking 4 out of 5 versus the Athletics over at Tiger Stadium before their encounter here at Commiskey Park with Chicago. Chicago started off the week sweeping 3 games at Yankee Stadium versus New York, but then on a makeup game from a postponed game with the California Angels, they lost 3-2 on Wednesday. So both teams trying to make ground on the Boston Red Sox. Again, the Red Sox hosting the Yankees later tonight. Gary Peters will lead us off. Bottom of the third. Ground ball and base hit. As McAuliffe couldn't get to that in time, Kaline's going to scoop it up, and Gary Peters has a base hit. Third one allowed by John Hiller so far today. We go to the top of the White Sox order, Walt Williams. Grounded out to the pitcher in his first at-bat. Peters on at first. And Hiller walks Williams. Buford to bat now. Flew out to left in his first at-bat. This was going to be a ground ball towards left field. Peters is going to get the signal to head home from his base coach. And Buford with an RBI single. And the White Sox lead it 1-0. Hiller having a conversation with himself there on the mound, trying to get readjusted. He has now allowed 4 hits and an earned run. Tommy Agee to the plate now. Grounded out to short in the first inning. There are no outs here in the bottom of the third. 2 men on. Williams on at second. Buford on at first. Agee steps to the plate. This one's going to be a foul ball heading toward the dugout on the left field side. Can't make the play. Nice little bounce on the roof of the dugout there. It's going to be Souvenir City for some lucky fan over there. Our officiating crew today. Lou DeMiro is manning home plate. Jerry Neudecker is at first base. Johnny Stevens at second. Bob Stewart at third. And Hiller gets him swinging. 1 out. And the third baseman, Kim Boyer, he walked his last time up. This one's a ground ball toward right field. Williams will score. Boyer gets a double out of that play. Buford will stop at third. And Hiller has now allowed 2 runs. He is in trouble here. We're starting to see some action in that Tiger bullpen. I think I see Dobson and is it Lasher? Yeah, Lasher's taking off the warm-up jacket, starting to stretch out that arm. So Hiller, just 1 out, has allowed 2 runs this inning. Pete Ward steps up to the plate. Grounded to second into a second to first double play in the second inning. Tigers in trouble here. White Sox looking to add to their run total. And another walk issued. Bases loaded for Hiller. So Buford on at third, Boyer at second, Ward at first. And in steps Rocky Calavito. Hit a single to left center during his first at-bat. Hiller trying to work his way out of a jam here. Crowd here at Commiskey starting to get to their feet. Ground ball toward McAuliffe. McAuliffe can't handle it. Calavito stops at first. Another run scores. Boyer holds up at third. Ward at second. So that will be an error to McAuliffe. McAuliffe struggled to pick up that ball, so it won't count as a hit, but it does count as a run. White Sox lead it 3-0. Same score that they had last night here at the ballpark. And I think that's going to do it for Hiller. Yes, I see manager Mayo Smith begin that dreaded walk out to the pitcher's mound. And he's going to ask for the baseball from John Hiller. So that's going to do it. And Pat Dobson will get the call. Pat Dobson coming in to pitch, relieve John Hiller. Hiller's day is done. Two and a quarter inning pitched, 5 hits allowed, 3 runs allowed, all of them earned, and just 2 strikeouts. Pat Dobson, as he begins to warm up, we'll take a look at his numbers. 2-2 record, 4.32 ERA. And what a way to make an entrance. 1 out, bases loaded. Trying to get Detroit out of the jam here. Down 3-0. The catcher, Dwayne Josephson, singled to right center his first time up, helping score Calavito from third. Another base hit. Ward heading for home. Stanley tosses the ball back into second. 5-0, White Sox. So an inauspicious start for Dobson coming in for relief. 6 hits now allowed by Detroit. Colavito at second. Josephson at first. Ron Hansen, the shortstop, struck out his first time up. Takes the plate. High fly ball toward right center field. Back to the wall goes Kaline. Makes the catch. Colavito tags up. Goes to third. 2 away. So Colavito at third. Josephson at first. Gary Peters, the pitcher, will now bat. Got a single his first time up. Hit a single between first and second. Dobson prepares to deliver. High fly ball. Kaline again, racing to make the catch. He puts it away. Tough bottom half of the third inning for the Tigers. 5 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. The White Sox take a 5-0 lead into the top of the 4th inning. Just want to remind you about some future shows we got coming up for you. Next weekend, we're going to be at Fenway Park. The Red Hot Red Sox will be hosting the Baltimore Orioles. That'll be next Saturday, September 16th, in our 1967 Major League Baseball replay. We get closer and closer to the end of the regular season. And for all the football fans out there, this one will be coming up very, very soon. I'm hoping either to do this broadcast either later today or tomorrow night. Our Monday Night Football broadcast concluding Week 2 of our 2022 season. We got a Central Division matchup for you. The Chicago Fire paying a visit to the Detroit Wheels. Kyler Murray, young quarterback for Chicago, taking on the seasoned veteran Aaron Rodgers. So you don't want to miss on that. So feel free to subscribe to the Replay Sports channel. If you're into the classic sports, we use Action PC sports for football, baseball, basketball, hockey, golf. Check out some of our previously archived programs. So if you subscribe, you get updates when we go live with programs. Appreciate your comments, what you like about the shows. Feel free to come on by. Gary Peters returns to the mound. Got a 5-0 lead now. He will face the center fielder, Mickey Stanley. Mickey Stanley struck out to start us off way back in the first inning. And Stanley gets walked this time. So first walk issued by Peters. And Stanley is a danger to steal. Dick McCullough, the second baseman, struck out his last time up. Stanley getting a good lead off first there, closely watched by Ward. There goes Stanley. And Josephson's throw is not in time. Stanley takes second base. That's just the 7th stolen base for Stanley this season. Tigers trying to dig themselves out of a hole here. High pop fly to center field. Agee makes the catch. Stanley's going to hold up at second. Al Kaline, right fielder, popped up to third his first time up. 1 down. Stanley on at second. High fly ball, right field. Colavito makes the catch. Stanley will hold up at second, 2 away. Willie Horton flew out to deep left field. This was a line drive toward the third baseman. Boyer had no problem making that catch. 3 away. No runs, no hits, no errors. We're through 3.5. Chicago in the driver's seat here with a 5-0 lead. Top of the order for the White Sox Williams, Buford, and Agee as we start the bottom half of the fourth inning. White Sox without some key personnel. Tommy John last night pitched 6 innings, allowed 6 hits, no runs, and had 5 strikeouts. Steve Jones and Tommy McCraw, all 3 of those gentlemen will be on National Guard duty this weekend. So they're doing their weekend warrior duty, so they are unavailable to the club. After the series versus Detroit, Chicago will have a 1-game makeup versus the Orioles here at Commiskey Park on Monday. And then they'll have a midweek series versus the Indians. Detroit, speaking of the Orioles, they will host the Orioles at Tiger Stadium after getting Monday off. And then next weekend, we'll host the Senators. It's interesting to look at the games ahead for the contending teams. And you kind of think, okay, who has to do the travel? Who has to go where? The quality of the opponent. It's really interesting to see how that all boils down to chances of winning the pennant. So Williams will lead us off here, bottom half of the fourth inning. 0 for 1, grounded to the pitcher's first time up, walked his second time. Dobson in relief of Hiller. That's a base hit towards center field. Williams. Dobson so far in the afternoon has allowed 2 hits. Buford approaches the plate. 1 for 2. Hit a single. And that amazing third inning the White Sox just had. Williams on at first. No outs. High fly ball. Stanley going back to the wall, makes the catch. Williams decides to stay at first and not risk the arm of Mickey Stanley. Tommy Agee, 0 for 2 today. Struck out his last time up. Digs in, gets ready to face Dobson. And strikes out. Dobson records his first strikeout of the game. 2 away. Ken Boyer to the plate. Ken Boyer got us going in the last inning, hitting that double to right center field, scoring Williams. One for 1 on the afternoon. This one's going to go foul ball. And the first baseman, Matthews, makes the catch. Easy catch for Eddie Matthews. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We're through 4 innings now, and the White Sox lead it 5-0. Announced crowd here today, 13,559 here in Chicago. Gary Peters will be facing middle of the order this inning. Freehan, Matthews, and Wirt. Bill Freehan struck out his last time up. Fly ball toward left field. Williams makes the catch. 1 away. Eddie Matthews struck out his first time up. Digs into the batter's box. It's a grounder toward Ward. Ward tosses it back into Peters. Peters makes the tag. 2 away. Don Wirt, the third baseman, grounded out to third in his first plate appearance today. It's a ground ball between first and second. And Wirt is in at first. And that's the first base hit allowed by Peters today. Colavito fires it back in to second base. So Wirt is on. First hit for Detroit. They've been struggling to get the hits and runs here as of late. Ray Euler struck out his first time up. Wirt on at first. 2 away. Tigers trying to mount the comeback. And strike 3 as Peters closes the door on the top of the 5th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Chicago leads 5-0 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. We're talking about remaining schedule and some interesting possibilities here. We look in the American League first, of course. Red Sox, they'll finish their weekend series with the Yankees. They'll host the Athletics early in the week. And then the Baltimore Orioles. Now, what's interesting, if you look further ahead, after next weekend, they'll host the Detroit Tigers on the 18th and the 19th. That might be the deciding series right there with the Tigers. And then the Tigers themselves, they're going to play host to Baltimore, Washington, and Boston. So they get a nice homestand there at Tiger Stadium. The White Sox, after playing the Tigers, they're going to host the Orioles, the Indians, and then the Twins before a quick West Coast swing to play the Angels. And then the Angels, my goodness, they're pretty much on the road almost every series except 2. September 15th, they're going to be hosting Kansas City, and September 18th, hosting the White Sox. So a lot of road travel there for California Angels. We'll get the National League remaining schedule as we move along. So middle of the order now for Chicago. Pete Ward, 0 for 1, grounded out to second his first time up, walked his last time up. Dobson, if you're just joining us, coming in for John Hiller. John Hiller got rocked in the 3rd inning. Ground ball toward first base. Matthews will take it himself. 1 away. Rocky Calavito, 1 for 2 today. Hit a single his first at bat, grounded out to second in the 3rd. Led to a run being scored and the score 3-0. Dobson looking to free in for the sign. The pitch. High fly ball to center field. Stanley racing to the wall to make the catch. Puts it away. 2 away. Stanley got on his jets there. And watching the ball and watching that wall coming up in right center. Excellent catch by Stanley. 2 away. Dwayne Josephson, the center, 2 for 2 today. Having a great day at the plate. Single to right center his first at bat. Then hit another single up the middle. That was the RBI that scored Boyer and Ward and put us where we are now, 5-0 White Sox. He's facing 2 outs here. Bottom of the 5th inning. High fly ball. Stanley again in his jets. Makes the catch. So 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. We're through 5. The White Sox in control, 5-0. It'll be Dobson, Stanley, and McAuliffe hitting for Detroit. So we're talking about schedules. So as we mentioned, St. Louis in first place in the National League. And if we quickly take a look at their schedule, they're playing at Pittsburgh. Very big series to start next week. They host the Philadelphia Phillies. Really, the Phillies, this could be, this is the time where the Phillies really need to have a good series here. So they're going to see the Phillies not once but twice. There'll be a home and away starting early next week and then toward the end of the following week. So that might be a potential candidate for game of the week there, as they will see the Phillies 2 more times. Just two homestands for the Cardinals. The Phillies series, the 11th through the 13th, and then Atlanta, the 21st through the 24th. The rest of them are on the road. They'll see the Cubs. Let's see. You mentioned the Phillies. Speaking of the Phillies, they do have some traveling to do. So after playing Atlanta, they got to go to St. Louis, and then they end the regular season at Los Angeles, at Houston, and then at San Francisco. So a rough patch of traveling away games there for the Phillies. Cubbies, could this be the year? They're currently in third place. They're 8.5 back. They are currently on a road swing. So they finish up with the Dodgers this weekend. They go to San Francisco, to Houston, and then to Atlanta. They don't get back home until the 19th, where they will host the Giants once again. They do see the Cardinals on the 26th. That's a makeup game. And then speaking of the Giants, series against Los Angeles, and then they go to Pittsburgh and to the Cubs before going back home for Pittsburgh, Mets, and Phillies to end that out. So that's a look at your remaining schedule for both American League and National League. Pat Dobson, first at bat since coming in for John Hiller. High fly ball toward right field. Colavito makes the catch. One away. Go to the top of the order. Mickey Stanley walked his last time up. Gary Peters has just allowed one hit on the day, has struck out 6. Make that number 7. 2 down. Dick McAuliffe, the second baseman, 0 for 2 today, flew out to left center in his second at bat. High fly ball, right field. Colavito to the warning track, makes the grab. 3 up, 3 down. We're through 5.5. Chicago leading 5-0. We'll see Hanson, Peters, and Williams to lead us off here, bottom of the 6th. Do see some light activity in the Detroit bullpen. Looks like it's Lasher. Don't know how much longer Dobson will be going out there. Ron Hansen, 0 for 2 this afternoon, flew out to right center in his last at bat. Ground ball toward Matthews. Matthews makes the easy toss back to Dobson, who's covering, 1 away. Tigers struggling to find hits and runs. They had 1 hit so far today. They had 6 hits yesterday. No runs in almost 2 games now. Not good when you're almost middle of September fighting for a pennant. Gary Peters, 1 for 2 so far today, flew out to right center his last time up. This is going to be fly ball. Stanley makes the catch in center field, 2 away. Top of the order, Walt Williams, 1 for 2 today. Lined a single up the middle, his last at bat in the 4th inning. Pop up, McAuliffe calls for the catch, makes it. So 3 up, 3 down, go the White Sox to complete the 6th inning. We go on to the top of the 7th. Kaline, Horton, and Freehan will bat next. Al Kaline gets us started here for the Tigers, top of the 7th. 0 for 2 today. He has struggled at the plate as of recent times. Flew out to shallow right field his last time up. This one's a grounder toward Buford at second. He bobbles the ball, makes the catch though. Kind of muffed the first stab at it, but then he was able to recover, make the throw over to Ward for 1 out. Been that kind of day for Chicago. To recover and make the plays. Willie Horton comes to bat, lined out to third. He's 0 for 2 today. And 8th strikeout for Peters as Horton goes down swinging. Bill Freehan, 0 for 2. Lined out to left. And another strikeout for the red-hot Gary Peters. 3 up, 3 down, go the Tigers. And it looks like we're going to see a pitching change now in for the Tigers, as Dobson's day is done. And I think we're going to see a new pitcher coming in. This will be Fred Lasher. Fred played through some 15 pitches last night, so he will now come in. Lasher 0-1 for the season, a 5.40 ERA. And we might see some personnel changes out in the field here. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Let's see who they'll go with here. All right, Cash is going to come in for Matthews at first, as they're making the adjustments here. And Tracewski will come in for Euler at shortstop. So, Tigers making some adjustments in the lineup as Fred Lasher finishes his warm-up pitches there. Buford, Adgie, and Boyer will be batting this inning. We're through the 7th inning stretch now. Tigers down 5-0. Lasher prepares to toss. And Lasher gets a strikeout to start off the bottom of the 7th for the Tigers. Tommy Adgie, 0 for 3 today. Struck out his last 2 times up. Be a ground ball, drops in left field. Adgie gets his first hit. Horton a little slow getting to the ball there, but Adgie is on at first. Adgie can steal if he decides. He's watched closely by Cash and Lasher. Boyer, 1 for 2 today. Popped out to first his last time up. There goes Adgie to take second. And that'll be number 27 for Adgie. Freehan's throw could not get there in time. And Lasher walks Boyer on 4 straight pitches. First baseman Pete Ward's up to bat. 1 out. Adgie on at second. Boyer on at first. Ward 0 for 2 today. Grounded out to first his last time up. Chicago trying to add to the run total and continue to build up a lead for their pitcher Gary Peters. Lasher, second strikeout. Brings up Rocky Calavito. 2 down. 1 for 3 today for Calavito, former Cleveland Indian, brought over earlier part of the season in the White Sox effort to bolster their lineup. Flew out to deep right center his last time up. Adgie towing the bag at second. Boyer on at first. Grounder back to Lasher. He throws quickly over to Cash. And that'll do it for 7th inning. On the day, Chicago has left 7 men aboard. Detroit 2. Chicago leads at 5-0. They have 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They've left 7 men on. Detroit, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and they've left 2 men on. Gary Peters comes out to start the 8th inning for the White Sox. He'll face Cash, Wirt, and Tracewski to start the top of the 8th inning. Norm Cash, .238 hitter this year, 19 home runs, 80 RBIs. Oh, this one's going out of here. Bang! Cash with his 20th home run, his 4th against the White Sox. And Calavito could just watch as it heads into the upper deck of Commiskey Park. First run allowed by Peters today, and that ends the shutout. Cash is greeted enthusiastically as he returns to the Tigers' dugout. So the Tigers not out of this thing yet. Don Wirt, 1 for 2 today. Grounded a single between first and second his last time up. Grounder back to Peters. Peters throws over to Ward. 1 away. Peters has reached the 100 pitch count. Dick Tracewski, the new shortstop, takes the plate. .269 hitter, 1 home run, 8 RBIs. High fly ball toward right field. Calavito to the scoreboard. Gets under it and makes the catch. I think we're going to see a pitch hitter here for Detroit. Lasher was scheduled to hit, but he will not be coming out. So they're going to need a right-hander. And it's going to be Wayne Comer. Wayne Comer, the catcher. Young man, first major league at bat this season. Batting right against the lefty Peters. This one's heading foul toward the right field line into the crowd. Peters looking for a sign from Josephson. And Comer goes down. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. Detroit does get a run, so that goose egg is gone. Chicago leads at 5-1. We'll see who the new pitcher is for Detroit here. And it looks like it's going to be Hank Aguirre. Hank Aguirre will come in now. Aguirre, 3-1, 1.26 ERA. We'll see if they're going to make some other changes here in the Detroit lineup. I think they're going to hold up there. So Aguirre nailed pitching. Josephson, Hansen, and Peters possibly. I think Peters might be allowed to go the distance here. Josephson, 2 for 3 on the day, flew out to right center his last time up. High fly ball. Stanley on the horse makes the catch. Stanley really patrolling that center field today. And the next batter will be Ron Hansen, 0 for 3 today. Grounded out to first his last at bat. Bottom of the 8th inning. And this one's right to Tracewski, who makes the catch. 2 away, Gary Peters. One for 3 today, lined out to center his last time up. This one, base hit, second base hit of the day for Peters. He's having a great game pitching and batting. Hits a single past the second base. So we'll go back to the top of the order. Walt Williams, 1 for 3, popped out to second his last time up. Umpire asked for some more baseballs from the Chicago White Sox ball boy. And we're ready to go. High fly ball to right field. K-Line makes the catch. And we go to the top of the 9th. Chicago leads 5-1. Gary Peters will take the mound. He's going to try to go the distance here. Peters has looked sharp, has allowed just 2 hits through 8 innings. Did allow the 1 run, the home run by Cash. Last inning, 10 strikeouts and 1 walk. He will be facing the top of the Detroit order, Stanley, McAuliffe, and Kaline, to try to get win number 16 for the season. And by the way, that would match his real life statistics. He was 16-11 in real life in 1967. That'd be interesting to see. Stanley, 0 for 2 today, struck out both times, and is walked for the second time. So he was struck out twice, walked twice. Stanley on at first. Second person he's walked. And of course, Stanley was walked both times. McAuliffe, the second baseman, 0 for 3 today. Flew out to right field his last time up. Stanley on at first, no outs, top of the 9th. Peters needs just 3 outs to secure the win. Gets one there, as McAuliffe is strikeout victim number 11 for Gary Peters. And that'll bring up Al Kaline. Kaline struggling at the plate today. 0 for 3, grounded out to second. Stanley on the bag at first. High fly ball to left field. Williams back to the track, makes the catch. Stanley's going to hold up at first. 2 away. Willie Horton steps to the plate, trying to keep the Detroit hopes alive. 0 for 3 today, struck out his last time up. White Sox 1 out away from taking 2 in a row from the Tigers. And Horton is walked. Crowd kind of questioned that ball 4 call there. So Stanley's on at second. Horton is on at first. And Bill Freehan, he has struck out 2 times today. 0 for 3. High fly ball. Williams is going to make the catch, and that's going to be the ball game. Detroit loses 5-1 to Chicago. Chicago 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Detroit 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error. Gary Peters will be your winning pitcher. He'll improve his record to 16-11. John Hiller would take the loss. He'll drop to 3-4. Gary Peters is your game MVP. And look at the day that Gary had. 9 innings pitched, went the distance, allowed just 2 hits, 1 run, struck out 11. What a game for Gary Peters. So there you go. We are into the crucial month of September here in our Major League Baseball 67 replay. Just a reminder, join us for our next broadcast. We're going to have the Red Sox and the Orioles in our next game as we continue to move closer and closer to the end of the regular season and on to the World Series. So definitely don't miss a minute of that. And of course, our very next broadcast, the one that we will do next on the Replay Sports Channel, will be football from our World Football League. Chicago Fire taking on the Detroit Wheels. Either hope to have that for you tonight or definitely tomorrow. So again, I'm Glenn Walker. You've been watching the Replay Sports Channel, home for the great games. Have a wonderful, safe Labor Day. We'll talk to you again soon.